In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you another Redbubble design tutorial. This design can also be used on merch by Amazon. The design I'll be showing you how to make is the straight OUTTA design, and this is a very scalable design. Hi guys, my name is Phil and welcome to the Money Game YouTube channel. For anyone that's new around here, I make print-on-demand content to both motivate and to give you guys tips and tricks on how to improve your print-on-demand shops. If this is the first time you're coming across this channel and you're looking to learn how to make some extra cash online, you might want to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on. But if for some reason that doesn't convince you, there's a lot of people in the community that are getting a lot of sales through Redbubble. And whilst we're talking about the community, I just want to say thank you very much for helping me hit 10,000 subscribers. It is a big milestone. There's a lot more to come. And if you don't already know, I have a free print-on-demand starter guide that's linked down in the description with information that will show you how to get sales on Redbubble. Besides that, for anyone looking to make this more of a full-time thing, I have a paid step-by-step course that's also linked down in the description. And I currently have a 25% off discount alongside with all my downloadable templates. And this will most likely be carrying out till Monday, the 30th of November 2020 at the time of recording this video. Now getting into the tutorial, like I said at the start, I'm going to be showing you how to make this straight out of design. Now this could be made into a template that you can scale to create a lot more designs in a short space of time. If you're interested in other scalable designs, I actually made a video before this one, which I'll link down in the description, where I talk about other scalable design options. And as you can see there, as for what we're doing today, there's a lot of different options as for how this design can be created, but I will be creating it in the simplest way. And if you want, you can put your own take on it by using different fonts. These are examples from Redbubble of people who are currently using this style for their own designs. You can see that there's variations of styles and fonts. And besides the examples I've shown you there, as you can see, straight out of 2020, straight out of excuses, straight out of my mummy, which is kind of funny. You can do things along the lines of straight out of work, straight out of problems, straight out of money. Or if you can't be bothered to really think that hard into it, you can literally just put straight out of USA, straight out of England, straight out of Morocco, straight out of wherever. You can do a lot with this design. Just a quick side note before we jump into a video: if you want to go and follow along with the tutorial and you don't have Photoshop because it's expensive, there's a site out there that's completely free to use that's pretty much Photoshop's twin brother. It's the exact same. It's called Photopia.com and it looks like this. All you got to do on it is go on new project, select your new project, and then click on the dimensions you want to use. For Photoshop, I will be using the dimensions of 5,000 by 7,100. Now, if you're someone who sells on merch by Amazon as well, you can use the dimensions of 4,500 by 5,400. Right, so jumping onto Photoshop, I'm going to show you a quick example of what this design would look like after you finish. So as you can see here, we have the black and white version that I created, and we also have, if I can get it up for you guys here, we've also got the white version, which I'll just pop up here. So this is the white version, which you should be able to see there. Now, both templates are easily changeable. And once again, at the end of this tutorial, you guys will have something similar that you can play around with and edit. So for example, at the moment, it says straight out of 2020. You could easily change this to 2021, or if you wanted to go maybe the birthday route for someone who's turning 50 in 2020, you can put straight out of 1970, for example. That's just an idea of the kind of thing you can do with this template. So that's what we're going to be creating. So I'm just going to compress these files so, you know, the examples out of the way, and then we can get going. Now, when you open Photoshop, for the most part, if it's not blank like this, you will usually just have a plain white background. Now, if you don't have a plain white background, I'd suggest you just click on the square here and put either a white or black background, depending on which design style you want to go with. So whether that's the white one or the black one. To start you off, you want to click on the square and you want to size it up so it fills up most of the screen, just like I'm doing here. You can always adjust this later on, which I'm pretty sure I will be doing in this tutorial. Now, when you have the black square in the middle, you see a little properties box that pops up here. And on this box, what you want to do, you want to click on this first option that's black, and you want to click this transparent background with the little red line through it even. So once you click that, you see that it's now transparent throughout it. Now you want to click on the one next to it. This is for the outer stroke of the shape, and you want to click black to make sure that's black. You can see there it's already starting to show, and you just want to increase the size of the stroke to your liking. So usually I don't make it too big. I keep it roughly around this size. So I've got it at 7.71 if you want to copy the exact size. So once that's done, you've got the first part of the shape done. If I was to take off the background, you can see it's transparent in the middle. What you want to now do is put another square. This time round, you're going to put the square right in the middle. You can literally judge this by eye to see where you think roughly the middle is. You can always move it later. So I'm going to quickly put one in the middle. Because we set these settings on the outer square, just make sure that things are back to normal. So you want to select on the stroke there, make sure it's transparent, and then you want to select the inner color and just make sure it's black. And just like that, you've got the middle section created. Now, once you've done this, the rest of the stages are fairly easy. You just want to put the text in. So you go over to the side, you click on text. Once you click on text, you then type in what you want. So we want straight at the top. Once you have it there, you also then want to go and put outer and then change the color. So I'm just gonna size up the straight, and then we'll duplicate this and then change it to say outer, whilst also changing the color. So as you can see, it says straight. You apply the transformation. If you want to transform it like I did there, you click Control T or Command T, and that allows you to change the size of the text. So once we've got straight there, you want to click Command J or Control J. This will allow you to duplicate your text, and then you want to change the color of it. So you double click. You could either highlight the text and change it, but usually I just double click on the color overlay just like this, and then you click on the color you want. So I'm going to click on white when it decides to show up. So color overlay, and then we want white. Once that's done, you just want to drag it down onto the middle part like so. And at this point, you just want to change this so that it says outer. So outer, fairly simple. You then click Command or Control T once again to transform your text, and you want to make it big enough to fill up most of the shape. So not too much of it, but most of that rectangle in the middle there. So now you've got straight outer, and then you want to duplicate the straight from the top once again. So Control J or Command J, and then you want to drag it on down to the bottom, and then we'll just easily change this so it says 2020. So 2020. So fairly easy to do. And you Command T or Control T once again to transform, and you make sure the 2020 fills up obviously most of the square. Now, as you can see at the moment, it's overlapping, but you can easily get around this. Like I said at the start, we might need to resize the original square. So what you do is you go into the original rectangle. I don't know why I keep calling it a square. You click Control T or Command T to transform, and you just want to drag that down so it's a bit longer. And then if you want it to, you know, look a bit more nicer, if you want to neaten things up, you'd maybe then go to straight. So click on the layer that says straight. Let me just apply this. And then once you click on that layer, you just bring it a little further down. And then we'll click on the rectangle again, Command T or Control T to transform. And then we just bring down the size. So it's not too, you know, it's not too big at the top. There's not too much space above the straight, which looks neater in my opinion. Once you have everything sorted together like this, you firstly want to click on the rectangle and the text that says outer, and you want to merge them together. So we'll quickly do that. So before you merge them, sometimes the merging option doesn't pop up. You want to click rasterize type. Once you click that, it will allow you to merge the layers together. So we'll merge the layers. Once the layers are merged, you want to now cut out the white space in the middle. So as you can see there, when I take the background off, there's white space here in the middle. Now to do that, you just click on the magic tool. So it might show a quick selection tool, but you have to make sure the magic tool is selected, and you just go through clicking on the white spots and just deleting them. Delete, delete, delete. That way, when you then upload your design onto a shirt on whether it's Redbubble or merch by Amazon, the color that will be showing here is the color of the t-shirt. So just like that, you're pretty much done. You're pretty much good to go. Now, I usually like to somewhat center it so it's more so in the middle. And then once you've done this, you're pretty much good to go. That's the design made. Now, what I like to do with most of my designs, I like to create a black variant and a white variant. Black variant are usually for stickers on Redbubble. White variants are usually for t-shirts, whether it's on Redbubble or merch by Amazon. Now, you want to create a folder. So once you create the folder, you just select everything in terms of the design. You put it into the folder. You can name this black design, and then once you have that named, you know, obviously that's the black design, and then you want to just click Command J or Control J to duplicate the folder, and then change this one to white design. White design. Once that's done, you just double click on that white design folder, you go over to color overlay, and then you can just change the color overlay to white. Once again, you don't have to just pick black and white. You can choose whatever colors you want depending on how many different color variants you want to have for this design. But from my experience, the white version, the black version are usually the ones that sell the most, which is why I'm using it. And then if you take away the black design and then you just put a black background on it, you can see just like that, you're good to go. Your design's made. There's a few extra things you can do to it. You can add the distressed effect, but what I'm going to do, if this video manages to hit 150 plus likes, I'll do another tutorial on a different design style with the distressed effect to it. So if you want to see that, make sure to drop a like on this video. Nevertheless, this is how you can create this design using Photoshop. For anyone that doesn't have Photoshop, you can use photopia.com. It's completely free to use, and I'll link it down in the description so you guys can get onto it. Okay, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've made it this far into the video, down in the comment section, comment down straight out of 2020, because I know a lot of us are excited to leave this year and see what 2021 has got to offer. Don't forget, I've currently got a 25% off pretty much all of my downloadable products that are linked down in the description. So check that out if you want either templates or even if you want to try out my print on demand course. Nevertheless, always remember that everything is rigged in your favor and manifest success.